High above the quiet sleeping world, in a vast deep blue sky filled with thousands of shining stars, there lived one very small star, named Lumo. Lumo was not as big as the other stars. He was not as bright either. While the stars around him blazed like great torches in the sky, Lumo's light was soft, quiet, and small. At night, he watched the other stars shine proudly. Some lit up the great oceans below, some sparkled above snowy mountains, some reflected over quiet rivers and deep green forests.
The other stars laughed and sparkled with confidence. They danced in the sky, lighting up the whole world below. But Lumo stayed quietly in his corner, watching them from a distance.
Why was I made so small?
After night, Lumo tried his best to shine brighter. He stretched his little arms wide and pushed all the light he had outward into the darkness. But still, nobody seemed to notice.
He sighed and tucked his small arms close. No one notices me, he thought. I am just a tiny star. I don't matter. One calm evening, the great silver moon floated by, casting a gentle glow across the sky. The moon noticed the little star sitting alone, with drooping eyes and a heavy heart.
Why do you look so sad tonight, little one? Because my light is too small. I am not important like the others. I cannot help anyone.
The moon smiled warmly but said nothing. Instead, it simply watched, quietly, patiently, as if it already knew something that Lumo did not. One extraordinary night, something began to change far below in the world. Thick, dark clouds started rolling in across the sky, heavy and slow, covering everything in deep shadow.
One by one, the great bright stars vanished behind the heavy clouds. The sky grew darker and darker and darker still, until almost no light remained. All across the sky, the powerful stars were hidden. The moon, too, had slipped behind the thickest cloud. The world below was wrapped in almost complete darkness. One single light was still shining. It was Lumo. His gentle glow had not been swallowed by the darkness.
Lumo did not even realize it. He simply stayed where he was, shining with everything he had, not knowing that somewhere far below, someone desperately needed that light. Below, in a thick, quiet forest at the edge of a long, winding road, a small group of tired travelers had been walking for many hours. They were exhausted, and now they were lost. The road had disappeared into the darkness. Every direction looked the same. Fear began creeping into their hearts, cold and heavy, like the clouds that filled the sky above them. They stopped walking. They stood still in the silence, unsure which way to go. Then, one traveler slowly lifted their eyes toward the sky. "Look," the traveler cried, pointing upward with a trembling hand. "There is a star! Through all the darkness and the clouds, there is still one star shining!" Everyone lifted their heads. They saw the tiny star shining through the gap in the clouds. Smiles spread across their tired faces. Hope filled their hearts for the first time in hours.
"Follow the star," their leader said quietly but with certainty. And so they did. Step by careful step, they began walking in the direction of Lumo's steady, gentle light. Lumo's light guided them over gentle hills where the road curved through tall grass. The path that had been invisible in the darkness slowly became clear beneath their feet. He guided them across quiet, moonless fields where the darkness had been deepest. His soft silver beam never wavered. It stayed steady and true, like a promise written in the sky.
And then through the last line of trees, through the final bend in the road, they saw it. Warm, glowing windows, familiar rooftops, their village, their home. Travelers reached home safely at last. Exhaustion melted from their faces. Children ran out to greet them. Lanterns were lit. Doors were thrown open wide with laughter and joy. Going inside, the travelers paused. Together they turned and looked up at the sky one last time. And with full, grateful hearts, they whispered, "Thank you, little star."
High above in the sky, Lumo noticed something strange and wonderful. The travelers were waving. They were looking directly at him and waving their hands toward the sky.
Were they thanking me?
You see now, dear Lumo, even the smallest light can guide someone through the darkest night.
From that night on, Lumo never felt small or unimportant again. He shone every single night, not to compete with the bigger stars, but simply to be there, for whoever might need him. Remember, little one, you matter. Just like Lumo, you have a light inside you that the world needs. If this story warmed your heart, share it with someone you love. Like, subscribe, and keep shining.